Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome back to another video. I have pretty much covered everything there is to cover with the haunting event in Warzone and in Black Ops Cold War, and so really the only thing left is zombies, and there really isn't too much to actually say, and so I'm not sure how long this video will be. I love to talk, so it's probably going to be over 10 minutes, but we'll just have to wait and see. And so yeah, zombies is quite interesting with the haunting event. You know, I've been pretty critical with what they've done with the haunting event so far, and you know, I like how they have, you know, those challenges you can go for, and of course get the Lapa SMG by completing all 9 challenges in either Warzone or in Black Ops Cold War, and so that's really cool. I think that's awesome. However, some of the game modes we got with this event are not that great. Ghost of Verdansk, even though they did do some improvements with the game mode, it still is really annoying when you get shot at and you just have some sort of like hallucination on your screen that just makes it completely unplayable in my opinion. And then of course with multiplayer in Black Ops Cold War, Scream Deathmatch doesn't perform too well because it's like almost impossible to survive as a survivor. Infected, however, is a pretty good game mode, but I don't see why there's a respawn timer for the Infected and why they don't have tactical insurgents. Oh man, I don't know, it just seems a little rough. But however, here in Zombies, I would argue that it's not that rough. I'm actually really enjoying Zombies right now, and if you don't play Cold War Zombies and you own the game, I highly recommend hopping on it right now while the haunting event is still going on, because it's extremely easy to get through rounds in normal round-based maps, and I am having such a blast doing that by trying to level up my guns and of course getting those headshot challenges over with. And so if you are someone who's looking forward to getting Dark Aether camo, now is the time to do it, because what's going on right now in normal round-based maps is that all the zombies have pumpkin heads, which doesn't really mean anything, but once in a while a zombie will basically drop a pumpkin that you can smash, and it can give you some pretty cool rewards. They're usually kill streaks, but I actually got a ray gun out of all things from a pumpkin on like round 13, so that was really cool. However, another thing is that there are scare packages around the map, and those can give you like chalices and wrenches that can help upgrade your weapon, and that means you don't have to spend any points at all in order to upgrade your gun, and of course use salvage to upgrade your gun as well. So you can just literally open up a bunch of scare packages and of course smash some pumpkins in order to upgrade your weapons, making it so much easier, and then you have all this room to spend your money on other things like perks. And so I just find Zombies to be really entertaining right now, and it's very, very helpful for completing some of those camo challenges for guns I haven't got done yet. But of course that is all for the normal round-based maps, and the gameplay you've actually been watching has been the new game mode they introduced during the haunting event called Hallows Eve Outbreak. And so all the zombies do have pumpkin heads, and you can of course smash pumpkins, get rewards, and there are scare packages in this game mode as well. But the main focus of this game mode is that it is very fast paced. You have to upgrade your weapons and your armor as quick as possible before the timer runs out. And so you start with 10 minutes, and once that 10 minutes is gone to 0, you have to exfil on the opposite end of the map. And what sucks about this is that the vehicles are disabled, so you have to get there on foot, and so you better hope you have stamina up and of course the grapple hook to get there a lot quicker, because it takes kind of a long time. Not to mention, once the exfil process has been initiated, all the zombies in the region will come after you, including the Orda, which is pretty crazy. So not only do you have to run from the one side of the map to the other side, you have all these zombies chasing after you, and it is just absolutely madness, and I love it. I love how crazy it gets. And another thing I like to mention is that every 2 minutes at the start of the match, these zombies get harder, and so you have to be really prepared at the beginning by getting as much points as possible, and of course getting as much salvage as possible so you can upgrade your weapons and equipment, so that way you're prepared during the exfil process. And this was something that really caught my attention pretty quickly, because as soon as like I was started playing and trying to explore and loot and all that kind of stuff, I realized my gun was not really doing that much damage. Of course I was using the C58, which isn't that great of a gun in the first place, but you really have to actually get a good head start and upgrade your weapons as quick as possible if you want to be ready to exfil, because it can be extremely difficult. And that's really just the gist of the game mode. The matches usually only last like 13 minutes, which is extremely short for a zombies game mode, but it's extremely chaotic, it's fast paced, and it is pretty challenging if you're an experienced zombie player, and I love it. I think it's very fun. It's not something that really takes itself too seriously, play, and I think it's great. You know, I've been pretty harsh on the haunting event so far, especially with Warzone's Ghost of Verdansk game mode, and of course the Scream Deathmatch game mode we saw with Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer, but here in Zombies, they made it really fun. Like, nothing was taken seriously at all, and they just went all out with it, and they're just like, you know what, have a good time. We don't care if it's that challenging or not. I mean, this game mode is obviously a little bit challenging, but just in general, if you're just playing survival maps, just the normal round-based survival maps, they're really not that challenging. They make it really easy. Like, you can get to round 30 probably in like maybe literally like 30 minutes, no joke. It's so quickly how fast you can get there now, and I just love how they just went all out with it, and we're probably not going to see this return anymore, so this is probably the only time we're able to experience this type of Zombies game mode, and of course this haunting event within Black Ops Cold War. I highly doubt they're going to bring it back next year, but maybe they will. That would be really cool. But either way, I highly recommend taking advantage of this game mode, and of course just the round-based maps, just because of the new features like the scare packages, and of course the pumpkins you can smash and get rewards from. Also, I'd like to mention that the exfil game mode, the Hallows Eve Outbreak game mode, is really good for getting Ethereum crystals, and of course upgrading your weapons and equipment and all that kind of stuff in the main menu a lot faster. And so I highly recommend playing it to earn crystals a lot quicker, and I think that's a really good strategy to make sure you get everything upgraded before Vanguard comes out. I don't know if everything's going to transition over there when it comes to the upgrade systems. It sounds like there's a lot of similar features from Cold War going over to Vanguard Zombies, but I don't think it's going to transition over. I really hope it doesn't, because then it gives me something to actually look forward to when I play Vanguard Zombies. But either way, it's a good way to actually get crystals, so make sure you take advantage of it. Of course, I have everything upgraded, but even when I have everything upgraded, it's still pretty chaotic, and it's still pretty difficult, especially when playing as a solo player. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like if you enjoyed it, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more Call of Duty videos every single day, and I shall catch you guys later.